Community Viewpoint.
And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. And today we're going to be zeroing in on ambassadors. What kind of ambassadors? It's the ambassadors for Valley Electric. I have with me today the lovely Cassandra Selbach, who is something like a liaison with the Valley Electric Cooperative to the Ambassadors Group. Her title is, I've got her new card here, Chief Evangelist for the Valley Electric Cooperative, our cooperative, because we're all part of that. So welcome, Cassandra.
Thank you very much, John. I'm glad to be here. It's always nice to see you.
And it's I can say with a straight face that you're one of my oldest friends from here, because she doesn't look old, so she's okay with that. But I've known you probably
a long
15,
time.
at least, yes.
Probably 15 years, yeah.
Yes. But anyway, let's talk about the ambassador program, which I'm part of. I sit in one or two programs, one or two groups, but we're welcome to sit in as many as we want to if we have input to them. So tell us a little bit about the ambassador program, if you would, please.
Sure, thanks, Sean. Okay, so first of all, the ambassador program is basically, it's a grassroots effort, a program that allows for an opportunity for owner members who, like you alluded to earlier, are actually the owners of Valley Electric. So it is a cooperative. And so these members have an opportunity to be more engaged, to learn, what we're doing, where we're going, to have input in that direction. And so this program allows an opportunity for them to do that. And like you said, there's a number of different groups that you can participate in, a couple of which we are fortunate enough to have you as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. But anyway, it's grown by 50%. We've had 6 groups that have been the core group, and there are 3 new groups that have been added. And if you'd like to give us a little overview.
Sure. So this year we're pretty excited because we are just in the process now of launching 3 new committees. So the existing committees already span from everything between a legislative committee that focuses on regulation, things that might be considered for legislation that might have an impact on the cooperative. Other ones that involve youth and recruitment into the program. So those have been going now for a while. So the 3 new ones that we're launching this year is the Community Service Committee that I'm personally very excited about. So as you know, that is something that I'm very passionate about, as are you. That's why we know each other for so long. The second one is a tech committee, and so the tech group is going to focus on things around technology. So obviously we're getting into broadband. We're installing fiber and wireless service throughout our service territory. That is changing the way that a lot of us do business and the way that we live our lives, and that's going to create a bunch of new opportunities. So we want to collect ideas from the community for that. And then the third one is a Communications Public Relations Committee. So this group is going to focus on messaging. So we need two-way communication. So the way that this works and the way that we can all, as owner members, including myself, can really take advantage of those opportunities of being a member owner is you've got to exercise your voice. And so we want to know what the community wants to know. So that we can provide that kind of information. So it is, Valley Electric is a multi-million-dollar company. There's a lot of things that are going on at any given time, and so we want to keep the members informed. We want to answer their questions, and so this group is going to help us identify what kind of information we need to get out there and help us put it out there.
Right, so whether go between the public and the cooperative, the people at the cooperative that make the day-to-day judgments. So if there are judgments that are misconstrued, hopefully we as the ambassadors if we go to the meetings or whatnot, we learn a little bit more than the general public knows than what they read about or see on TV or the radio. We're able to explain that a little bit more in full. And also maybe we can go to the higher ups and ask on our own what the questions need to be, what the answers need to be.
You're absolutely right. So one of the things that we're always trying to get out there is we have an open door policy. So like the old adage goes, you don't know what you don't know. And so asking those questions is very important. There is a lot of misinformation out there, as there is with anything,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And so trying to really stay ahead of that, really encouraging members to ask the questions. If you don't know, ask. And that's a place where the ambassadors really help, because they do come to these meetings. They know that we have an open door policy, and they use that. So we'll set them up with whoever they need to talk to get the answers to their questions so that they can speak to the public and to their neighbors and their friends with good, accurate information.
Yeah, so hopefully we know the person to ask for the specific question to get the specific answer, rather than going, it may take a week. If they didn't have us to run interference, maybe we could get the answer in a day or two.
And sometimes way faster than that. So, and that is a place where I can step in and usually help. So if I don't have the answer, then I almost certainly would know who to get the answer from. And so could happen in seconds, or if we need a little bit longer, then I can let the person know. But I would definitely be a good place to start. I'm happy to do it. I'm available. I'm here. I live here. Catch me in Walmart if you need to, and I'll help.
Oh, excellent. And some of the things that the ambassadors do, you gave us some pictures just yesterday or this morning. What's that one from?
So this is from Fill the Bucket. So every year we do a school supply drive on Saturday. So that actually took place here last Saturday. And then the following Monday, the ambassadors all gather up and start sorting the supplies. This is an example of community service that they're already doing. So with the launching of this new group, we really want to expand on that. There is going to be a lot of effort in just identifying the needs that are even out there. So that's kind of a call out to the community also to let us know. Again, with this being a cooperative, we are member owned. And so that means all of us collectively, we make up the co-op, and we also make up the community. So we are the community and we are the co-op. And so we need to serve our people. The ambassador program has about 650 members. I mean, that's a lot of people that are willing to serve people. And so we want to start identifying more needs and more opportunities for community service and doing them. Another example is the bell ringing that takes place every year during Christmas time. And so, again, just another opportunity. So we want to do more of those kind of things. Those are things that matter. So people want to do things that matter, and so we want to help kind of be the vessel to make that happen.
So I have fun with the bell ringing. The people come up, the people that I know, I says, if you put some money in the bucket, I'll quit ringing this bell. So you break the ice a little bit, and they're more than happy to put a small donation in there. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what else do we do? What other things that we do? I know we went out. I didn't get to go myself, but the other ambassadors went out to see the renewable energy, the solar.
Yeah, we took them out on a tour of the community solar project. So that was a lot of fun. There have been times where we've done legislative tours. So if they had an opportunity to meet some of the representatives, we've done that. We've participated and helped out with community cleanups and just a number of different things. The RAM event last year, the Remote Area Medical, which I know you're very familiar with because you participate in that as well. So that was another opportunity where not only ambassadors but staff, got to help with that. We're planning on doing that again this year.
Through the community service group? Well, all the ambassadors, but our liaison is going to be through one of the groups itself, I believe it is. But that's coming up October 6th through the 8th. So there'll be more on that also. But you and the ambassadors and Valley Electric will play an important part in that also. So something else that we do, we have quarterly meetings for the ambassadors?
We do. So like we talked about, there's a lot of opportunities through this program to get access to that kind of information, to get the facts, to get the information while it's fresh and new. And so one of those opportunities are through quarterly meetings that we do every 3 months. And so we invite all the ambassadors that want to participate in that. They come out to our facility at the Valley Conference Center. There's an opportunity for executive staff to give presentations on what we're doing, why we're doing it. There's always a question and answer period as well. So that's just one more opportunity in addition to all of the meeting schedules. There's a number of meetings that happen on a monthly basis. And then of course there's always phone calls, or through email. But there is definitely access to information. It's just a matter of taking the opportunity.
Right, and then the groups are Bylaw Committee, Conservation and Renewable Energy Committee, Craig, Finance Committee, Legislative Committee, Scholarship, Membership, the new ones are Community Service, Communications, Public Relations, and the Tech. Now, a lot of the people that are here, if you're not a veteran, you're retired in town here, there's a lot of retirees that have decades and decades of experience under their belt, and sometimes you're sitting at home bored, not knowing what to do. Don't sit on the log. If we had any logs here, join one of these groups and help us with your expertise, because you have that, and don't let it go to waste. Just bring it back into the cooperative and make the cooperative work for you and make it a better place. Absolutely.
And then real quick, as you were mentioning through those different committees. So another component is the youth. We kind of have a youth initiative going. And so the tech committee that we talked about earlier, we actually have young people that just came out of high school that are participating in that group as well. So it's kind of neat to get some of that young blood in there, get a different perspective. They obviously have a completely different perspective on technology, and the goal is that they will be able to help us identify what the needs of the future generation is, so that we can continuously keep moving in a forward direction.
And when I retired, actually, I was a lot younger. I was 49 when I retired. So you don't have to be old to retire. Okay. So we're just about out of time. Hopefully your phone number was down there. If it isn't, we'll add it later. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, John. It is always a pleasure.
Oh, my God. We'll see you next time.
Community Viewpoint.